Hey, I'm Francis. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple MIDI recording come to life in Reaper by separating your chords across multiple channels or voices. Let's take a look. So I'm going to start with a single MIDI instrument track, and I'm going to make sure that I'm monitoring my input and arming it to record. Otherwise I won't hear anything. I'm going to use XPand 2. This is my sort of sketch machine. And I'll just pick something. Doesn't really matter what sound I'm using for now, because I'm going to take these notes that I record and separate them across a few voices. So there we go. Nice and simple recording. And my goal here is to take that recording and make it sound a little bit more realistic by putting it on a few different tracks with a few different instruments. So for the purposes of the tutorial, it doesn't really matter what instruments I use. I'll just use something that loads quickly. I'll use more instances of XPand. So let's put a violin on top, maybe a clarinet or a oboe. How about an oboe? So let's see, violin, oboe, maybe some more woodwinds. Let's see here, clarinet, and some type of a bass instrument maybe. Whoops. How about a double bass, and then this top voice. That can just be like another something. I don't know. I shouldn't think about this too hard. Let's pick a brass instrument. French horns. Okay, cool. Okay, and essentially all we need to do here is duplicate this track down to each one of these, and French horn. I already forgot what I put where. I think that's a bass, and then this one was clarinet. Okay. And basically just pick a voice for each one. And all I'm going to do here is just delete all of the everything but the lowest note for the bass. I think I'm going to put horn second from the bottom. So I'll delete the lowest notes here, and keep the second lowest note. And here I'm going to keep the third lowest note. And in here, I'm going to keep the highest note, because I have too many voices. So the violin will just double the melody, whatever that is. Or maybe I'll just record another melody over the top. So this is what I got now. Whoops, I have an extra voice here. Great. And in order to bring a little bit of life to this, now that we have all of the instruments on their own tracks, we can separate them a little bit. So we can do some panning. Maybe the violins can be on the left a little bit. Oboe can be on the right somewhere. Clarinet can be somewhere on the right. Horns I'll put on the left. And I'll keep the bass in the middle. And I'll have to get these levels set. I'm going to use a mixing surface to speed this up, but same idea as pulling these levels around down here. I'm just going to do it with my mixing surface, so it goes faster. Something like that's pretty good for my levels. And I think my next move is going to be, in this case, I'll just put it all in the same room. And let's just use, this is a free reverb plugin. I'll just pick some type of a room for it. Concert hall, how about that? Sounds pretty good. One last step for getting some realism into these instruments can be to add some automation to your volume. With fancier orchestral instruments, sometimes we'll add automation to other features, like the velocity, so that we get different samples triggering. But on a simple synth like this, you're not going to get much mileage out of that. Again, I'm going to do this on my control surface to speed it up. I'm going to do these all at once, so this is a little bit reckless of me, but I'm setting all of these to right, and now running into some type of a problem there. Oh, I see what's going on. I don't think I really meant to have all of those on right. I don't want to do this to the bass since it's plucked. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do it like this. I'm just going to automate these middle 4 voices there. And let's see how that feels. Okay. And if I take these all off of write mode, that's very important to do that. You don't want to leave them on write mode, because then you'll just record something else. We've got a semblance of a realistic sounding instrument here now, I think. Cool. So hopefully that is a bit helpful, and hopefully you can get some mileage out of separating your instruments and separating your chords onto multiple sounds. I'll see you next time.